scholarship recipient, and Harry was able to go to a soccer camp this year. And I just want to talk to him about his experience and how it went. Harry, tell me a little bit about the camp. How was it?
Well, it was very good. Coaches were great. They all knew a lot about soccer, obviously, and they were great. And I thought the kids were very nice, and all the kids played very well, and coaches taught us very well, and it was a great camp. I made a ton of friends. It's wonderful.
Cool. So, you know, one of the things that I love about doing any sports camps for a lot of my recipients is giving them a real feel of what it's like to be a college athlete. And I know that you stayed, you had roommates and things of that nature. What was one of the things that you remembered most of, like your roommates and sleepover and that whole experience? What do you remember most?
I remember going into other kids' rooms, talking with them, having fun at night. We had a great time. We had like drinks and food that we could eat in there too, so we weren't starving all the time.
It's good. Yeah.
We went to bed at about 10, 20, something like that.
What do you think was probably the best skill that you learned while you were at the camp that you didn't already know but maybe got better at?
Well, shooting, I learned a lot better at that. Kicking the ball much harder, higher. My coach Gonzalo, he taught me a lot of tips, and also moving off the ball, like trying to find open space and moving after you pass it. It's one of the most important things about soccer.
So tell me this, what's your favorite soccer team? Do you have a favorite soccer team?
I think it's
both.
Well, Manchester United and USA.
Great. Do you have a favorite soccer player?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Anyone else? That's cool. Well, you know, your coach, Kevin, who I've become really close friends with, spoke highly about you. He's really the reason that you were able to go to the camp, and your parents. So, you know, Kevin had, you know, said really great things about you being not only a great student, but also he felt that you could be a great soccer player. And, you know, my camp and my scholarship and my foundation is built around student athletes. So that being said, I hope that you pursue some type of sports next year and we can send you to another camp. What do you think about that?
Sounds great. I'm getting a lot better too.
That's good.
Can't really help me with fundamentals.
Here with Kevin Messam. He is Harry's coach and works in sports marketing here in New York City. Kevin's actually on my board, and we've become close friends over the last year. I just kind of want to talk to him about, you know, what the potential he saw in Harry and get some insight.
Well, Harry, from the first time I met him, you know, he just had a very great attitude, always willing to learn, always had the desire to push for greater. And because of these attributes, I made him the captain of our team. As well as we had a really successful indoor season. There was one particular scenario where we advanced to the finals and Harry was just really sick, and he called me about 48 hours before the final and literally begged me to play. And you know, even though we came on the losing end, his effort and his leadership was just impeccable. So those are just a few things that I saw in him and just made me believe in him that much more.
Good. Tell me a little bit more about, the development that a lot of young soccer players don't realize that they need to get better.
Well, I think one of the problems, especially at a young age in youth soccer, is that there's so much emphasis on winning. And while winning is great for self-esteem, etc., the most important thing is skill development. So whether that's knowing how to receive the ball properly, knowing just how to be aware of the field space and where your teammates are, even how to pass the ball. You'd be surprised that at age 12, 13, you have young players that still don't know how to master that skill. So I would say skill development is probably.
One of the things I do emphasize in my scholarship recipients is I get kids between the ages of 8 and 14. And just from my research and also being a kid that grew up, doing several different sports, I felt like that was the main years where the skill set was really developed. And do you feel that that same way about soccer in the sense of, developing that skill set, but more importantly, getting those good repetitions in?
Absolutely. I think one of the most important things, especially at the youth level, is finding a coach that not only could mentor and be a coach, but teach. Essentially, as a coach, you're a teacher because you have all of your players. They're looking up to you. They're seeking guidance from you. So it's really crucial that you find a good coach, good mentor that can